Hello there, and welcome to Movie a Week's box office analysis for the weekend of March 15th, 2009. I'm Kenzo Lee here with the Coochie Couture Network. So, I was wrong. It happens every once in a while. Watchmen did not take the top spot in this weekend's box office wrap-up. The numbers in order are number 1, Race to Witch Mountain with $25 million. Watchmen came in a far second with $18.1 million. The Last House on the Left, which I guess would be in third place, came in with $14.7 million. Taken, which still held on strong to the fourth spot with $6.65 million. And Medea Goes to Jail still held on at number 5 with $5.13 million. Now, Slumdog Millionaire, which I assumed would be in the top 5, was just barely out of that with $5 million. And also Miss March, the other premiere of the week, did very painfully bad with $2.35 million. I thought it'd do pretty well. The trailer was funny. There's nothing funny than watching a girl literally bounce out of a bus. If you haven't seen the commercial, it's actually rather funny. Let's talk a little bit about Race to Witch Mountain. I haven't seen it yet. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's in it. We love Dwayne. He's awesome. Nothing better than the Scorpion King out there. But I was a little bit surprised, I think as everyone was, that the Race to Witch Mountain beat out Watchmen. It does make sense. Race to Witch Mountain is the pretty much only children's fair movie out there right now. All the other releases for this weekend were all a little bit oriented towards adult or teen comedy humor. So I'm assuming that a lot of kids went out to go see Race to Witch Mountain primarily because it has 2 little cute blonde kids in it and aliens, and The Rock has got some amazing appeal to like the under 15 crowd, which is interesting because we remember him as being the guy who used to beat up Stone Cold Steve Austin. And if you smell what The Rock is cooking. Watchmen had a drop of over 65% in its sales this week, which is not looking good. It hasn't even broken $100 million yet, and things look rather grim for The Watchmen, even though I believe it was a great movie, and many of the fanboys who have read the comic believe it was a great movie and did a lot of things right. It was hard to follow, and I do understand why people did have issues with the film, and I understand if it does not do as well as everyone hoped it would, of course. Next week coming up, we do have some brand new, interesting movies coming up and adding onto the forefront, including the Nicolas Cage really bizarre idea thriller Knowing, which is about basically the end of the world apocalypse and a lot of disasters leading up to it, and Nick Cage is the only one who could stop it. I hope it's better than Ghost Rider. Also, Duplicity with Julia Roberts and Clive Owen playing spies. I remember this movie when it was made a few years ago, and it was called Mr. and Mrs. Smith, except for with more action, less comedy, and Angelina Jolie, who is just absolutely hot. And the other big movie opening up this weekend is the one I'm going to be going to see, which is I Love You Man, which is going to be an extremely funny movie about a guy who has to look for a best man for his wedding and ends up finding the definitely not the best pick for your spouse's approval. That'll be starring Paul Rudd. I really like Paul Rudd from back in the day. I think that he's an amazing actor, and Paul, we love you. Role Models was hilarious. Clueless back in the day is always fun. And yeah, I'll be seeing that movie, and I will be reviewing that for Friday of this week. So, for Movie a Week's box office analysis, this is Kenzo Lee for the Coochie Couture Network. My personal picks for next week, my belief as to who will be the top 5. In the number 1 spot, I believe that I Love You Man will take it. It has been proven that gross-out comedies and laugh-out-loud comedies have done very, very well recently. In number 2, I believe that Duplicity will take the number 2 spot. Number 3, I think, will probably either be Knowing or Race to Witch Mountain again. Depends on what the cover-up is for Race to Witch Mountain. The number 4 spot will be the other one of those, so either Race to Witch Mountain or Knowing. And then the number 5 spot, I think, might still go to Watchmen. I have this, distinct hope that Watchmen will still remain in the battle, but I'm not really fully 100% confident in that. And I think that it's potential that The Last House on the Left might remain in the 5th spot. We'll have to wait and see. So, again, for Movie a Week, this is Kenzo Lee. Check out the reviews at www.coochiecouture.com, and I will see you all on Friday for my review of I Love You Man. See you soon.